You wake up one morning and everything feels off. The room is familiar. The mirror reflects the face you've always known, but something deeper has shifted. You can't quite place it, but there's an unsettling hollowness, like a forgotten dream slipping through your fingers. You go about your day, speaking, acting, responding, yet every word, every movement feels scripted. Were these choices ever yours? Or have you merely become a patchwork of expectations, stitched together by the world? Who were you before they told you who to be? And more importantly, what if you've already forgotten? From the moment you were born, the world began shaping you. Before you even had the language to question it, society whispered its rules into your mind. Parents, teachers, friends, strangers, all handed you fragments of identity, each one carved with their expectations. This is how you should behave. This is what success looks like. This is what a good person does. At first, you didn't resist. You adapted because survival demands belonging. But over time, something insidious happened. You mistook the voices of others for your own. Carl Jung warned of this, of the persona, the mask we wear to fit into society. A necessary illusion, yet one that can consume the self. The danger is not in wearing the mask, it is in forgetting that it is a mask at all. Nietzsche spoke of the herd mentality, how society tames the individual, pressing them into conformity until their spirit dulls. You are told what to want, what to fear, what to chase, so convincingly that you rarely stop to ask, do I even believe in this? The world does not erase you all at once. It does so in slow, imperceptible increments. One compromise, one unexamined belief, one silenced instinct at a time. And so, without realizing it, you wake up one day as a stranger to yourself. But what happens when you try to remember? When you start peeling back the layers? That's when things get dangerous. Try to step outside the script that has been written for you, and the world recoils. People call you reckless, ungrateful, idealistic. Not because they are evil, but because they too are trapped, bound so tightly to their own illusions that they cannot fathom someone breaking free. This is the unseen consequence of forgetting yourself. The invisible walls that shape your thoughts, actions, and desires without your consent. You believe you are making choices, but are you? Or are you simply responding to the programming embedded in you since childhood? Psychologists call it cognitive dissonance. When confronted with something that contradicts our deeply held beliefs, we feel discomfort. So instead of questioning, we justify. The system cannot be wrong. The world cannot be a lie. I must be the problem. Look around. How many people live this way? Stuck in jobs they despise, relationships that drain them, cycles of self-doubt and quiet desperation, telling themselves it's normal, that this is just how life is. The world has trained them to fear the unknown more than their own suffering. And here's the cruelest trick of all. The more you stray from yourself, the more lost you feel. The emptiness inside is not a flaw. It is a signal, a warning that you are living as something you are not. But what if you could undo it? What if you could strip away the falsehoods, the conditioning, the expectations? Most people never try. They remain asleep, bound by invisible chains. But some, a rare few, choose something different. And that is where the rebellion begins. Freedom does not come from waiting. It does not come from hoping that one day everything will make sense. It begins with destruction, the deliberate tearing down of the false self, the one built from expectations, fear, and quiet submission. You must become a heretic to the world's illusions. The first step is the hardest. Question everything. Every belief you hold. Where did it come from? Who benefits from you believing it? Why do you fear the unknown but tolerate suffering? The world has convinced you that security is more important than truth. Break that illusion and cracks begin to form. The second step, disconnect. Modern life drowns you in distractions, social media, endless entertainment, mind-numbing routines. These are not harmless pleasures, they are chains. If you cannot sit alone in silence without feeling restless, you are not free. Sit with your thoughts. Face the abyss within. Let the discomfort burn away the falsehoods. The third step, reclaim your mind. Read the works of those who saw beyond the veil. Nietzsche, Huxley, Schopenhauer, Frankl. Understand that what you've been told is not the full picture. Challenge your programming. Rewrite your beliefs, this time consciously. You will be called insane. People will not understand. That is how you know you are on the right path. Because to break free is not to escape the world. It is to wake up and see it as it truly is. And then, it happens. One day, you wake up and realize there was never a cage. The world never trapped you. You accepted the bars, the limitations, the expectations, the fears. They were all ideas you agreed to carry. The moment you stop believing in them, they vanish. The world did not take your identity. You abandoned it in exchange for comfort. Now, standing on the edge of the abyss, you see clearly. The abyss was never the enemy. It was never darkness. It was simply truth, raw, infinite, terrifying, and beautiful. Most people run from it, afraid of what they might find. But you stared into it, and you didn't blink, because you are not just a product of your past. You are not merely what the world has shaped you to be. You are something far greater, the one who sees. And now, you have a choice. You can go back, slip into the dream, pretend none of this ever happened. Or you can step forward into the unknown and become what you were always meant to be. But know this, once you wake up, you can never go back to sleep. What will you choose?